What is up guys, welcome to a brand new video. These guides are something that's been taking me ages to research and putting all together, as I'm actually going elo by elo and pointing out the things that most of the people in that elo do that's stopping them from climbing. Also, I want to make sure that these videos help everyone, even if the meta changes. Now, I've been spending a lot of time in this, so if you like it and it helps you, give it a like, and if you didn't like it or it didn't help you, you tell me in the comments what you would like to have.
羽ばたいたら戻らないと言って目指したのは青い
So, Bronze Elo. How do we spot a player that's in Bronze? Well, that's easy. They tend to be very angry and aggressive people. They are most likely going to insult you and your mother. They're probably going to troll you, rage at you, go AFK, or something like that. People in this elo have very bad mechanics, and what they like to do most is blame it on the jungler, obviously. Their game knowledge is very low, but they already know the essence of the game. I mean, they kind of know how the game is played, but still have no idea on how to win it. So let's start right there. In low elo, it's not really necessary to learn the game perfectly, or improving to a point where you're ready to climb to diamond. Getting out of low elo, just take some basic steps, but they are not useless at all in the higher elo, since these steps are actually gonna help you build a bridge to climb to gold or platinum or higher. I will tell you an advice that you may not like to hear, but hear me out. If you want to climb the easier way, do not play the bot lane. Stay away from the ADC role or support, since those roles are most likely not able to carry, because you depend on someone else to play your lane. Either if you are the ADC, you depend on your support, or if you are the support, you depend on your ADC. So, if you want to climb the easiest way, stay out of the bot lane, unless you have never played other role, which is honestly very unlikely. And this is not the get out of your comfort zone thingy. It is me telling you that a solo laner is gonna carry easier, not depending on anything but yourself to win. And no, you don't depend on your jungler either. Stop thinking like that. If you watched and followed my last videos, you might know how to play champion properly by this point. But what you're lacking now is how to recognize situations in the laning phase and in the mid to late game. Let's say you're playing Ahri in the mid lane, and you randomly throw your Q to wave clear, achieving nothing and just wasting your mana, which is gonna lead you to a bad recall, or bad CSing on their turret, or not being ready for your jungler to gank you. This problem is actually very common in silver and gold too, but we want to create good habits from the beginning. If you remember what I told you in my last video, you know you have to focus on farming and not fighting. But this point is gonna be more important here now, because last hitting here is gonna be crucial if you want to win your lane, or if you don't want to fall behind your enemy for too much. Creating a lead in the early game in this elo is gonna be very important, because you're gonna be experiencing a whole new level of players, where they're gonna rage if someone in the team is doing badly. If things don't go their way, they rather just go next. But something that's also very important if you couldn't get a lead in the early game is to never give up. Low elo games tend to be very long since they don't know how to close the game and win. They take a lead, but they don't know what to do with it. That leaves them vulnerable to make mistakes. Trust me, everyone in low elo, it doesn't matter how good they are doing, everyone is going to make a mistake eventually. If you're losing, that's what you have to wait for and take advantage of it. But if you're winning, remember to never give the enemies the chance to come back into the game. If you're super fed and super ahead, don't make risky plays just for the fun of doing it. Don't jump into someone you want to kill if that means that you're gonna die after, because those are the mistakes that are gonna make the enemy team come back into the game. That's what makes low elo games take so long. If you're doing good, just keep doing good. And never throw your lead away just for a kill or a jungle camp or anything. Nothing's worth risking your lead. There are actually two kinds of players in this elo. The ones that know they're bad, and the ones that are in denial, thinking they don't deserve to be there. So which one are you? The first step to get better is to accept that you're bad. And hear me out on this one, because this is something you need to remember through every elo you're in. You are always in the elo you deserve to be, with no exceptions. So just accept that you're bad, and there's where the climbing will begin. Learn how to get carried. Sure, the perfect scenario would be to go 20-0 and smash your lane, humiliate your opponents, but if you're losing, there's where your ego starts to get in the way. There's where you start blaming somebody else, the jungler, your support, the mid laner. Not winning lane sometimes will make you feel smaller, and worse than the enemy laner, or worse than your teammates, the one that you swear are so bad at the game. But you need to get over a loss. You need to be able to recognize when you're getting fucked in the ass. And just swallow your pride and think to yourself, okay, time to back off, farm, and just have my team at least stop feeding. And be ready for when they need you, instead of you just dying and giving free objectives, free farming, free dragons, turrets, or everything the enemy team can do when you die. Getting mad is something that's almost 100% unavoidable. If you are playing ranked and actually trying to climb, it is because you care. And not getting things going your way is gonna make you at least unhappy, if not mad. It is completely normal, trust me, completely normal. Everyone gets mad at the game. But it's how you react to getting mad that's gonna make the difference. Understand that people will always do what they think is right and you may think it's stupid. That's why you need to not type or say anything on their mistakes, because anyway, nothing good will come out of that. Trust me on this one, and remember, type less, win more. So every time you get tilted, either if you win or especially if you lose, take a little break to chill and get into a new game with a clean and more relaxed mindset. Go take some bread outside, watch some videos of cute puppies, or whatever you want to do for at least 5 minutes. Forget about the getting to the next game faster so you can win your LP back. That never ends up well, I swear. And don't ever feel bad if you're on a losing streak. Don't feel bad about losing 5 or 6 or 15 games in a row. That happens to all of us. That happens to the best players out there. That even happens to Faker. Losing streaks only prove that you're trying new stuff, and not giving up is gonna bring you back even further, since now you will use everything you learned in those losses. Remember what they say, either you win or you learn. In the last advice I'm gonna give you in this video, I'm gonna tell you, don't feel bad for all the things that you still don't know. Those are things that you learn in the journey. There are still so many things I don't know about the game that I learn day by day, like strategies or something that a champion does that I didn't know. And even if you get rank 1 in all servers and get to beat 2 fakers in a 2v1, I promise you, there will be a lot of things that you have to learn even at that point. So as I've been telling you, to climb each elo, you don't need to be perfect at the game, you just need to follow a few steps. That will always work. Following all of these steps is buying a free ticket to the next division. At this point, you may think all of this sounds just too easy to be true. But it is. Actually, that easy to get out of bronze. Sometimes, you just need to have the information clearly, and here you have it, crystal clear. So follow these steps and see you in silver, champ.